Kabunango bekabali kampeni abo ingurubaro segeto ya kerenga Yogokoora omochando Ogosarwa Komwana Omonyaroka yobwangoringa no professor bigo oromo somi kurasinse mochama chimumbu asereta professor Douglas Mochama abiga barayiborogongo bakora no mweshimwa Amosa Onderi nabo igadotini bwari ngati ya bari babera babwango gwesokya nagokulera amangana ringito Ogosarwa Komwana Omonyaroka serogongo ruabusi robotyo ruasenchera yobikranu.
From the nursing or medical profession secretly take the girls for FGM.
Because there are so many cases that have been reported to the police, but implementation or arresting of the perpetrators has taken quite some time. Sometimes they involve bribery, corruption, so we are always get away with the crime.
We have to get rid of FGM, then our nurses have to actually stop doing it in the first place.
We have actually reduced the number of female genital mutilation. I remember at the time when I was growing up, whenever we used to circumcise male, there was also another parallel activities that were running in terms of circumcising female.
Now that we have gone through this passage, you are eligible for marriage. Traditionally, that's how people are married.
So FGM is very dangerous, and FGM is not a good thing for the health of a woman. It is not a good thing.
I don't see any problem with it because we are the same. We underwent, for me, I underwent FGM, and I don't see any problem with it.
Because it's a culture, so I can like it to be continued.
Gati yogokino konene kubomanyi amona masomo enambe nene yabasomi ensengima ya kwanira mamincha yokwarokia abana abanyaroka omworokia omonene koroma changumbu Professor Douglas Mochama orokirege kore kyobona nenchere ya moyo kugenda mamincha yobosibore bwa monyabantu anene mono kokosoreria magimabo ne siko ya basubati ne chinyaroka.
I did a research or a study about how the church, how the government can eradicate female circumcision from the Abagusi or the Kisi community.
Abo korokare omokia bogosiria chinyangia se chinyaroka nigo obeire gokoroberigwa ne chikanisa ebinyoroime. Ime ya gusiye kanisa ya Advertise nigo yachagetie bikaro byo kukurira abayegeno babo gotigemeyegeyo kuri mwaka wirwe ya mochimikianda ne 53 ne 53 isiko ya gusiya nene mono Naroka mona Elgeyo Marakwet amaga wachoyo kubagitera abana chinyaroka aberega kwagacho ne chikanisa chebinyoro ega kubwatana ne bikundi bitari bya serikali erioko bisa chinyaroka. Professor Mochama ni gobona wesoanania na kuro ebirengero byae byagerire chinka chinyinge chigenderete ko basara abanyaroka nabo yigo kobeka maiso marore aseke bikore ibi biwenerete gwakirwa amatitira.
It has been discovered that FGM is not a good thing, and now eradicating it from the community or the society is not easy.
Gusara chinyaroka kwagendereire ko batunyana na koreto muchando monene ensengima na ko batigara chinko makemobere amone birengererio hebinge ime Afrika ko basara abanyaroka nigo ko gokorekana sabana uchakirenga kiyo ko iborwa wika miaka 15 rero igae kiombe kia World Health Organization nigo kegote babunangi abasubati n'abanyaroka chimilon chimibere abo bare moyo rero iganigo baiterete Ogosarwa asebisa kwebinge Ogosarwa ko nigo gokubekaniwa abuna egetambokero kuri mwana gochia omonto monene.
My name is Komwana. I'm a member of the Kisi County Assembly, and today we're having a conversation about FGM, which is actually very rampant in Kisi, and we've seen very many cases happening. Our numbers are not going lower, and we are actually one of the communities that have been affected by the issues of FGM. We are trying to do sensitization as the members of the county assembly and and even the stakeholders. We have our CSOs who are also helping us in matters of sensitization. Secondly, we have seen very many cases of children being affected by FGM. Some of them even actually go to a level of dying because sometimes it's not done in the right way. I speak as a survivor and I have gone through this process. Maybe because I was born during those times when it was more rampant, and maybe because my parents were not informed about this. But what we're trying to do as a community is trying to reduce these cases and actually finish these cases completely, because the benefits that are said of FGM are not actually there. It's a narrative that we actually pass when we are young girls, and as we are growing on to become women, we are told that for us it's a procedure to mature to womanhood, and which is not actually the right thing. There are very many other things we can do. We can improvise a lot of other things that we can do to pass in this process.
bwari bono nigagoteba buna neba uyatereta yonsi amo no bororo bwe abanyaroka bagweterani gobono achandekere mono chinka chiria chigosegeta abana babo gochia Ogosarwa.
Me being a survivor, I'll speak out and say it's not a good thing. It's not a good practice. It does not have advantages. Many disadvantages are there. Childbirth, I have not been affected in any way because I'm a mother of 6. In marital, I don't know, it is not good.
Gukumia mono chinyagitari chinke chabere chigokorerwa ase ogwesoanania na kogendereri chinyangi echo omobwenia Dr. Amos Onderi orure amaoni haye.
I'm very happy that in Kisii now, unlike what we have previously had for quite a number of years, we have actually reduced the number of female genital mutilation. I remember at the time when I was growing up, whenever we used to circumcise male, there was also another parallel activities that were running in terms of circumcising female. But the community has been sensitized, and I want to thank every stakeholder and quarters and even the church that female genital mutilation, it actually affects our girls, both in terms of reproductive life and even in terms of their sexual life. I want to thank the Kisii community that they have heed to the call that is both national and international to stop the female genital mutilation. You will agree with me that currently in Kisii, ordinarily we do not circumcise girls. Very few people will do that, and I think very few mad people will do that because there is no reason. There was no scientific reason. You know, for the people who used to do female genital mutilation used to believe that if you circumcise girls, then you are preventing them from, getting into earlier sexual life. But that is not the case.
Obokongu amone mechando eyekoretwa na Ogosarwa kwa abanyaroka nabo ekoba eyegokumia mono kochakera eyebiro bike wika eyebire bitambe kerokende goika amakweri emechando eyebire bitambe ngamono obokongu asoko ibura amo nebirengereri ebinge.
When these young girls reach the time when they need to deliver, that area becomes a scarred tissue, so there is an element of scarring, and so they are likely to get tears when they are actually delivering or giving birth to the young ones. And so by not processing these ladies to female genital mutilation, we help a lot even to hasten the process of the second stage of labor, which is actually largely in terms of delivery. It has been attributed, and if you look through to the statistics, many women who have actually undergone female genital mutilation in one way or the other, you will always find they don't even enjoy their sexual reproductive life because of the scarring issue that I've already talked about. And many times there are other communities where you find out even in the manner in which the female genital mutilation is done and the scooping of that very sensitive part, you find they actually give room to what we call fistulas, and those fistulas give a way in terms of making it difficult to control their both urine and fecal matter, and so it destroys the life of these very young girls.
Otigana nayo nigo abantu bande bono babeire bakogokera chinyanga echo abane gati abasae abo bagoteba mbaranyora bakongo bonde wensi nande nigo baganetie Ogosarwa kogenderera.
I can support
Lilian Gor nigo agoteba buna emechando eyo yogokumia ime ya gusi nigo genrete koyebeka gusi nambe yemo ase Ogosara Abanyaroka.
It's a practice that is rampant in Kisii here. Actually, statistics shows that as at the beginning of the year, we were at 84%. But we just wish to tell the population that it is illegal. The last time an act was passed to declare female genital mutilation is illegal. The reason why it is considered illegal is the health impact that it has to the children or the young girls that this has been done to them. We have even seen where some of them are even done in secrecy, where many children bleed to death. And because this has caused death, the government is saying that this is illegal and should not be practiced at any point. The most recent one we have seen is clinical FGM, where nurses or clinical officers or people from the nursing or medical profession secretly take the girls for FGM. And the truth is that is still illegal, much as it is under medical attention.
Nelson Gichana omugako yomo ime ya gusi otebire buna Ogosara Abanyaroka nigo kogenrete gosirio mongso ebinyoro ime neba chiriboti chigokwana amamincha.
It can be looked still from the two perspectives. From the medical perspective, from the general perspective, from the social perspective, it's supposed to stop, so that the young girls can also have their time to enjoy their life out here. Then on the other perspective, still, even if currently we have so many mothers, currently as we speak, we have so many mothers who have not undergone the rite of passage. But they are mothers, they have children, they have grandchildren. So I don't see anything that is going to stop them. Even if they stop this FGM, it does not stop somebody from being a mother. So it's, to me, as of now, there's no sense.
Nona abana amuroro yego kwalwa tuarenge twa ntwasegase bomurero twabundiswa gokogenda iga uyo mukisangio na ezengete bona bintu biranga kiro kino wanyana wa chensie bange babundiswa kurungo manyete akuyimo ko soko gende poti ngerago jamwana bona tamanyete kemira umaito konyoro monga ko manu kumugitende kerogo lakini ngente kene kya basongo nyole ne kya nali kya randire lakini gukatulire nda ntorora bakabaria bakuru batebinaki nabangi nambara abakuru bari bayo bitinge batebinaki ngende ko ngende gero gera geto kubwati ko bikya basoko.
Omusomi Douglas Mochama nigo arurebera ngerero byae ebi byabasugumira aba Afrika kogendereria chinyangi hechio. Yobogema bwetananire n'ekisegi cy'ebisaku amona kurwanira amarimo abasacha bange nigo batumetu yare n'ichinka cyabo Ogokora amatuka mangi kurwanira ebisaku byabo eri ogotiga abarugi babo magega gosenka.
It was a kind
ase gesaku kia mogusi omokia Ogosarwa chinyangi cha Abanyaroka nigo genderete kwigererigwa gwitira campaign oborori amo nerichiko nonye nabo obotantanu mbogendererete abwari oyomo bwabasobatia bubaeterete Ogosarwa nigo arure oborori bwae.
And as a person who has grown up in this community, this is a practice that has been happening since our forefathers, but is a practice that we want to do away with. But what I want to encourage is enactment of community laws so that any perpetrator of the act can be taken care of, or we can even take immediate punishment, because the judiciary can take long before the perpetrator is punished. So what I can encourage is community laws, because when I grew up I heard of so many community laws of those people who rape people, children, those the robbery with violence. So we don't have to go to the judiciary way. We can also have community enhanced laws.
Nonye nabo gosemeria okonene nkore hororo okobasara Abanyaroka ngogendererete gosiria omong'uso kobwatekana nangi yabamanyi n'abasomi abanene bakoraguna Profesa Mochama abarai n'abagaka b'ebisaku erio gosiria emeyega eywo ime ya Gusii.